How do you want to be remembered?
That's the greatest of all time.
6 NBA championships, 6-time NBA All-Star, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, Hall of Famer.
Everybody wants to be like Mike. You want to be like Mike? You want to be Mike?
No. I want to be like Scottie. That's all I can be, and that's all I ever want to
be. And he was lethal defensively.
Sedale 3, Antonio. Sensational end-to-end defensive action.
He helped me so much in the way that I approached the game, the way I played the game. Whenever they speak Michael Jordan, they should speak Scottie Pippen. When everybody says, well, I won all these championships, but I didn't win without Scottie Pippen. And, that's why I consider him my best teammate of all time.
I'm a young player coming into the league today. I would really focus on the defensive end of the floor and look at Scottie Pippen. I mean, this guy was a genius. His ball pressure, playing passing lanes, blocking shots, taking charges, and he played with a passion on the defensive end of the floor. Like, if I can learn how to cut angles off like Scottie, be aggressive on the defensive end of the floor like Scottie, I think that'll just take my game and the team that drafts me to an entirely different level.
Nice pass from Shaquille to a highlight dunk from Kobe Bryant and one.
Scottie was unshakable. Didn't even want a Band-Aid. When we saw that, it was over.
It was just like, okay, it's a foul. Let's go ahead and finish kicking their ass and put them out of their misery.
Jordan rebound. He has Pippen.
Scottie was one of the guys who really evolved the position as an all-around presence.
It was tough. To be a wing player and going against Scottie, it was very tough.
He is the complete package. He can do everything.
I don't think you could point to one part of Scottie's game and say, well, that was his weakness and he couldn't do that. Scottie did everything on the court.
He was the best defensive player pretty much every year. A guy that whenever we needed to stop somebody would guard 1, 2, 3, 4.
And without his knowledge from that aspect, I don't think we'd have been as successful.
The change of putting Pippen on Magic Johnson rather than Michael Jordan.
Magic Johnson's the greatest point guard I've ever seen. And Scottie Pippen was picking Magic Johnson up full court. Nobody did that.
Scottie accepted that challenge, and I knew what Scottie was going to do. I see it in practice all the time. He gets up in your face and he harasses you, and Pip never let him get started.
Scottie Pippen, who did a tremendous job in defending against Magic.
People didn't realize on the USA team, he led the team in assists. Wasn't Magic. Wasn't John Stockton. It wasn't the 2 best point guards in the world. It was Scottie Pippen. He was the most valuable because he's the one that's getting the ball from out of Jordan's hand to a Barkley, from Barkley to a Mullen, from Mullen to a David Robinson. So he's the one that's making sure all these guys, and he sacrificed himself, but he's the most valuable on the team.
And I was matched up with Pippen, and that was always, a great matchup. I enjoyed that. He was kind of the guy that you're trying to get to, but they beat us. I mean, it was fun to compete, but it wasn't always fun, the result.
Well, not just push Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen pushed me. It was this big brother, little brother scenario. I knew the hard work that it took to get to that level. And if we wanted to get from point A to point B to point Z, then I'm gonna have to pull this guy along. We're gonna have to find a way to coexist. We're gonna have to find a way to challenge each other.
Do you think that Michael Jordan would be as successful without you?
No. But I don't think I would be successful without him. I think we both complemented each other in a lot of different ways. And we kind of competed and pushed each other to be great.
As an all-around basketball player that can change a game, Scottie Pippen was that guy. Because he can guard everybody, he can score, he'll do everything, he'll make a big assist, he'll make the big block, he'll do things like that. And I think Michael was just a guy who would score it and make the big shots and make the big things. Scottie Pippen changed a lot of things for the Chicago Bulls. If he wasn't there, I think they would have won a lot of them games because he did guard the best player. He made the crucial plays. He got the crucial rebounds. He got the crucial blocks and things like that.
I mean, but now I'm sitting next to Pip. I grew up watching my man, and now I'm sitting next to him. This is one of my childhood idols, so this is awesome.
You can go on YouTube and see what Michael says about Scottie. See what Magic says about Scottie. Jack McCluskey, the general manager of the Detroit Pistons, how we thought we're just going to shut Michael down. We realized we had to shut Scottie down. Skilled. He plays point guard, shooting guard, small forward, big forward, and center. He can guard anybody on the court. He's Dennis Rodman. Can dribble the ball, right-handed, left-handed. The fundamentals are built into his swag.
Scottie gave me some problems, and he made it a little tougher for us to get into our offense. And so it was a smart move on their side.
He went to it in game 2, and it made all the difference in changing the Lakers' offense.
Michael had picked up 2 fouls early, and so it became necessary. And one of the things that Scottie did was he, on dead balls, he'd pick him up in the backcourt. He'd make Magic work. And Magic was good. He wasn't going to turn it over a lot, but he made him work to get the ball up the floor.
Magic was like 6'9", playing the point guard position. But here was this kid, Scottie Pippen, I thought, for the first time, that was able to match him size for size, speed for speed.
You rarely had someone of Scottie's athleticism and length who could guard him 94 feet.
So now Magic was in a situation where he was having to back his way down court. He's facing backward, just get by Pippen's aggressive defense.
And it allowed then our big guys to battle with Divac down there. Horace could roam a little bit and find his way, and Michael then was able to gamble a little bit at times and get in the passing lane. So we found a little thing that really disrupted their tempo.
And sure enough, they just dominated from then on.
To win a championship, you need pieces. And I was that piece they wanted. It was just a match made in heaven, right?
It was a tough sale. I definitely can say I wasn't overly excited to get him, but it didn't take me long to say yes.
What does that feel? He said, could you go over and tell Scottie you're sorry? This is all true shit, man. I'm like, sorry for what? He said, that series you guys had in 99, 91, I said, you want me to go say sorry for that? He said, would you just go do it? I said, all right, I said, I went up to Scottie, I said, Scottie, sorry about that, man, pushing you out of bounds. Scottie said, don't worry about it, it's okay. We just want to win a championship. And he said, are you on board? I said, hell yeah, I'm on board. So, that's how I signed a contract right there. I had to apologize to Scottie.
Charles was a bully, so he beat me up for saying that.
He's a rookie here. We got an interview back to today. He get treatment like this. I'm tweet next to this time, all right? All right? Yeah, okay.
Whatever Scottie thinks about me, fine. He posed no threat to me. He knows what I think about him, which is nothing.
Scottie, to me, crossed a line that he can't never get back from. The mean, nasty things he said about Michael. I know Michael. Michael ain't never going to forgive him. He took some shots at Phil Jackson. He said something a little small about me when he said I was a fake tough guy. And I said, I didn't even know I thought I was a tough guy. I do know one thing. I'm tougher than his ass. So let's get that out the way.
I wouldn't get Charles Barkley an apology at gunpoint. So he could never expect an apology from me. If anything, he owed me an apology for coming and play with his sorry pet butt.
Scottie, come on, Scottie. Like, Scottie's a legend. Scottie a legend. Like, we don't need all that from Scottie. Like, man, we grew up on Scottie. So I'm a little upset with Scottie right now. Yeah, I feel like he's allowing people to drag his name through the mud, and I don't like that one bit, because Scottie's name shouldn't be dragged through any mud. But when you start comparing yourself to Michael Jordan, I mean, it's just like, come on now. So
the stuff he said about Michael and Phil Jackson, I think if you won 6 championships together, there's a bond there. I mean, you didn't win one lucky championship. You won 6. There's got to be a special bond. I mean, that's on an amazing accomplishment, but some of the stuff he said about Michael was just really not cool at all. And I know that's how you sell books, Larry, but I would think personally, even if I had an issue with somebody, I would have probably tried to phrase it differently. Or I would say, you know what? We won 6 championships together. That little bit of money ain't worth me burning down the whole house. You said incinerated. He didn't incinerate anything. He burned down the whole house. He came back the next day to make sure it was burnt down.
Into it. I didn't say, hey, at Scottie Pippen, we'll beat you guys by 50. I just said, I'll beat you by 50. Now, he made it personal when he said, oh, at Shaq, hey, I don't believe in hypotheticals. So he swung first, so I'm going to swing second, and I'm going to swing last because I don't let bums disrespect me. Yeah, he was a great player, but I'm the bridge, he's the water. He will always be under me. Every now and then he will rise to the occasion to get to the same level as the bridge. Scottie Pippen can't disrespect me. So he comes to me, I'm coming back. And we could do this all day because I have nothing to do. But he made it personal. He made it personal when he put, hold on. He made it personal when he put at Shaq, we got 6 rings, like he was the main focus of the 6 rings. You were not the main focus of the 6 rings. Don't make me put out the scouting report. He wasn't even a factor in the scouting report. It was all about Mike.
I don't mind Michael Jordan saying, I didn't want Isiah to be on the Dream Team. I don't mind if Larry Bird said, I don't want Isiah to be on the Dream Team. But if Scottie Pippen say, I don't want Isiah to be on the Dream Team.
That's a problem.
Man, come on. You can't say nothing.
Okay, I got a new topic for the open court.
This is good. Scottie Pippen, I'm not playing if Isiah play. Man, go to the park.
3D, I need you to get up for a second. Get up for a second if you would, 3D. How long have you been harboring this, Isiah? Are you feeling better now that it's come out, Isiah?
Well, Ernie, it's been a while. It's been on my mind, for about, 25 years right now.